on this Giantex mini washer, but really this is going to be a video about tips and things I didn't know when it came to using this washer. First of all, yes, it really does have to be elevated quite high to really gravity drain as it's supposed to. I have mine on a little $10 table that I got from Walmart, and that elevates it pretty good. As you can see here, I have my hose in my bucket. By the way, this is a 5-gallon bucket. It takes 2 of these buckets to fill up the washed side of this washer. And really, it's not even fully full. It's about here is where I fill it up. And you know, if you're going to be dumping water into your washer like I am, and you know you don't have it hooked up to a sink or your shower, only 2 of these buckets go in the wash side, and that fills it up to the H line, which is the highest it could go. And mostly for small loads, like if you're going to be washing, say, your work uniform, and your uniform only consists of like 2 to 3 pairs of pants and maybe 3 to 4 shirts, I would suggest just using the 5 bucket. Like, just use 1 bucket. It pretty much does good. The washing mechanism, this disc that spins the clothes, spins it pretty damn hard. So only using 5 gallons of water is pretty much all it needs. And you really do just need the tiniest amount of soap. I have here the Gain, and this little top right here, I pretty much only fill it up to right here. Pretty much, if it coats the bottom of the cap, that's as much soap as I use. I made the mistake of using a little more than that, and it was Bubble City in there. It took 2 rinses to rinse away all the bubbles. So really, be very tight with the soap. Don't get crazy with the soap, because you're gonna have a very big bubble situation on your hands. Another thing is this little disc right here. This comes with your washer. Make sure it's nice and flat on your clothes. At one point I had spun a load, and it wasn't much. It was honestly maybe like a shirt and some shorts and a few socks, and this thing was rattling like crazy. And I thought I had overloaded the spin side, but it wasn't the case. It was that this disc wasn't flat. It was slightly askewed, and that was enough to make the clothes spin like crazy. So whenever you use it, you know, you might not actually be overloading the spin side. It might just be that the disc is, you know, slightly off. So realign your disc, and if you spin it and it's still going crazy, you know, might want to take some clothes out. But also with this thing, I find the best way to make sure your clothes are going to be spun correctly is that if you push it down slightly. Don't push it like you're going to detach this little spinning mechanism. Just, you know, slightly pat it down. If it's, you know, up here and you just try to snap it right here like this, you know, it's going to take longer. It's going to spin and it's going to push itself down. You might as well help your spin side along and just push it a little bit. Helps with the spinning. Also, if you are cheap like me, you know, you work in like a minimum wage job and you scrape together your little pennies to get this baby right here, and you don't want to buy a drying rack to dry your clothes, I suggest getting these little snap clips that I got at Walmart. I believe they were only $4 for 12 of them, and they just snap right onto your hanger. I pretty much just use them for like my socks, my underwear, my bras, things that don't go on a hanger. You know, you could put shorts and, you know, shirts on a hanger, you know, just use that. And that was way cheaper than buying a drying rack, and that's what I'm here for, is the cheapness. Also,